It's 7 o'clock. We're going to open the regular board meeting on Tuesday, July 12th, 2022. Do a roll call, please.
Yep, I have trustees Chris Samples,
Here.
John Talbot,
Here.
William Luxinger,
Here.
Nathan Maz,
Here.
Jen Christensen. Here. Bill Motisi,
Here.
President Rick Worm,
Here.
Treasurer Brenda Onabini.
Here.
I Clerk Sandy Mazzum here, and Public Works Supervisor Frank Bergy.
Here.
Please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Move on to the consent agenda. Tonight, the items on the consent agenda are number 1, June 14th, 2022, regular board meeting minutes. Item 2, June 28th, 2022, special meeting of the village board minutes. Item 3, bills payable dated June 14th, 2022 for a total of $48,744.46. Number 4, outside meeting pay for elected officials, total of $200. And number 5, resolution number 22-23, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of proposals from Northern Illinois Concrete Lifting Incorporated for raising the sidewalk at Village Hall and filling voids in platforms at wastewater treatment plant. At this time, do any of the board members wish to remove any of those 5 items from the consent agenda for further discussion? Not hearing any, to entertain the first motion.
I move to place agenda items 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 inclusively as consent agenda items. Further, I move that all items be considered together as a consent agenda.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to place items 1 through 5 inclusively as a consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call, please.
Jen,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
William.
Yes.
That motion passes 703. In the second motion,
I move to adopt items 1 through 5 inclusively on the consent agenda in a single group pursuant to the omnibus vote procedure specified in the Illinois Municipal Code.
Second.
Jen makes a motion to adopt items 1 through 5 inclusively as the consent agenda. Nathan seconds. Roll call, please.
Bill,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Chris,
Yes.
William,
Yes.
Jen.
Yes.
2 passes at 703. We do not need item C as there was nothing removed. Move on to the reports of the officers. Under me, we have fuel and water report. Are there any questions on either of those? Move on to the utility drawing. Tim, would you like to draw for us? Pick a winner. Give somebody $25 off their water bill. One 111 South Maple Avenue.
No one.
No, we can.
Okay,
Absolutely can.
you're shaking your head at me.
I'm just trying to figure out which.
Maybe the person who's missing tonight.
Yes,
Mhm.
and not a member of the board.
Yeah, no, I looked.
I
to
did
see
the
she-
same
She's
thing.
not.
Oh, okay.
She'll be.
Public,
Resident.
What are the odds?
exactly.
That
One
is
in
strange.
700.
I don't know.
The one, no, the
One
one
in
night,
700.
the one night she does.
Minus us.
Yeah.
1693.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We'll move on to Sandy.
There's no FOIA report in the packet because there was no FOIAs in the last month. And then I am gone until next Wednesday, starting tomorrow morning. I have a seminar and then going into vacation. No, New Jersey.
Joyzy.
That's all right. Yeah.
All right, Brenda.
Gardens.
I have nothing right now.
All right, on to the committees. Jen,
I have nothing.
William,
Do you have any emergency expenditures?
I do not.
I do not have any.
Bill,
Nothing.
John,
I think everyone's aware at this point, for those of you who aren't, Governor Pritzker handed out some money for projects in different communities, and Davis Junction was awarded $100,000 for the community park expansion acquisition of land. And the rest of those discussions will be in closed session.
Good deal.
Someday,
No,
not today.
it'll be on the 26th. Closed session on the 26th.
It was a grant we did apply for.
That was the grant
Yeah,
we
you did.
spent the 4,000 for and.
Is that the one, is that the one that Fair Graham?
Yes.
wrote for us?
Yes.
Yeah, Bridget.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal.
And I think we really got to thank Nate Hill. He was kind of the one that really pushed
Mm-hmm.
us and certainly we all supported. I appreciate that as well. But Nate was kind of the starter of all that. So that's all I have written.
All right,
Can I interrupt?
Go
It's
ahead.
Kind of Jen and, well, it's Jen. Sorry, I should have mentioned it under the community events. Nate Hill did follow up with the fireworks
Mhm.
company and they responded and said that they actually had a bunch of them that did not go off or a few that misfired on the fireworks. And we are not their only municipality that they had that issue with. So they did reach out to the manufacturer of the fireworks and apparently that was an issue this year.
Okay,
So Doug said that he hopes that it'll be better next year,
That's-
but he did say
that's great. to
what we
hear,
had
though.
kind of suspected with the
Right.
random one or two that went off an hour later, that there was some issues
Mhm.
going on.
There was.
Yeah, there was two fireworks
There's
about an
some.
hour later
Mhm.
after the fireworks.
I think there was one that went off. Yeah, there went off during the
During the
movie.
movie?
Yeah, they went off
Yep.
during the movie. So they were definitely having
Mhm.
some issues, but Doug did reach back out and say that, he did attempt to plan.
how would you
Well,
like to have been on the other side of the pond about the time that thing went? boom?
So, I mean, is he willing to pay full price for all that material, what he bought from the company, or is he getting a refund from them that we're not getting?
He did
Probably
not
don't know yet.
specify. He did not specify. I am happy to ask that.
Please do.
And a couple misfires isn't the amount of time that was less this time, right?
As in fireworks that didn't go off at
Off
all.
too. That didn't go off at all.
There was two that didn't go off.
No,
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 no.
misfire. There was just boom and they didn't.
Oh,
Or he had some that didn't go off at all, is what it sounded like in the email.
Yeah, find out whether or not they're gonna reimburse him because you know, we reimbursed ourselves.
Now you can mention it if you want to.
Light
is on.
Oh. Just for the record, our winner of the utility drawing was 111 South Maple.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank Kim, she pulled your name.
That's all I.
Yeah, we pulled the number, we all look at the screen and we look at each other. All right, move on to streets and ditches, Chris.
Nothing as far as I know. Fergie?
We have nothing.
There you go. Nothing.
Nathan,
I too am
there's gonna be a pattern. in a
at
while.
nothing, I believe. So. I was very wordy last week.
My
so
news
I
was
I
good.
can quiet this week, I guess, so. So I'm done.
All right. Anybody have anything on economic development before we go to public?
Did Love's open?
Public. Yes, it did.
Did it?
It's open. Yes, it is. Drove past it at 5 o'clock. It's or 4:30. There were,
All the cars are parked blocking the pumps, employees are working.
are you sure? All right.
Positive.
Yeah, you know better than me. It sure looked like there were people there.
It is packed, but the pumps are all blocked in position that.
Was
cars-
yesterday the day the stoplight started?
Yes.
Flashing.
Or the flash?
Yeah,
I-
it's not,
I
what's
went
with
through
that?
it pretty late last night, so I wasn't
Don't
sure
flash
if
it
that was
for
what
so
their
long.
on was, or if that was on at night.
They were like that early yesterday morning too at 4 o'clock.
No flash.
They were flashing.
Wow, maybe go to-
They were still working on the concrete at the intersection.
I saw a recreational vehicle with a car pulling a camper in there too. Maybe they thought it was open like I did, huh?
There's been a camper in there since day one.
There's been a fifth
This
wheel
is
in there.
just, this
All
is
right,
like
all
somebody
right.
going on vacation, I big one.
Just wanted to know if there.
I
Also-
was wondering
also
about that,
Kind of quasi under economic development, we did receive a special use permit application and can't remember the other name of it, but we received two applications. One has to go before the PCC for a solar farm, so that will be forthcoming at some point in the future.
Well, maybe economic development, maybe not.
Set up closer to your mic.
Yeah, you gotta talk in your mic.
Are we gonna do anything about the used car lot down the corner
Used
car lot?
car lot.
at the gas station?
Northeast?
Cycles in from Rockford, sells them here in town, doesn't pay us our sales tax.
You mean the people he allows to post a car there for $50?
People as in family who owns a car dealer lot.
I don't
It's from
know.
Twins Automotive in Rock.
It is. I'm just paying no attention.
It doesn't bother me.
Maybe we can send a letter down there and ask them to,
But if it's a personal sale,
but if it's through a car lot, they have the title of the car lot.
correct.
So you'd be able to tell.
The issue we had previously when I was an ordinance enforcement trustee was that the vehicles were down there unlicensed or with expired registration, which is the best angle in which to attack that.
Bill?
But they are licensed.
Okay, okay, I don't know if last I saw, they all had license plates on them.
Can you check the expirations on them too?
Come on, what do you think I'm doing? Stop my car as I'm going by at 20 miles an hour? I
Yes.
said I didn't,
Yes. Can you please?
I
stop and
didn't
look?
see it.
I know. Can you stop and look?
They're sitting there at the gas station. They don't move.
I've got, okay, I don't know actually,
I'll go.
I know, wait a
Thank you, John.
second here, who said that?
John,
Who?
I said I will look. since
Oh,
this is-
well, yeah, if you're buying gas, I know you can sell, I think it's up to 5 cars a year and not have a dealership license for selling cars. I think it's close to that. Also, I don't know what the license for the filling station there is. I don't know
not
what,
permitted.
I don't know what rights they,
they are
What
not
rights they
permitted
have?
via used car lot.
So effectively what it is, if there's a car lot bringing cars down here and selling them on that lot, like William said, we're missing out on the sales tax because it's not being transferred to here.
okay.
It's going to work for that car lot.
Okay, what is the difference between, if I put a car in front of my house and sold it, and he's got his gas station here, whether he owns the car or not, or whether I put a car on my lot, on my property and I don't own it, how do we really collect the tax dollar on that?
We don't, because you're not a business.
What's in
Well,
question
well,
is that it's a business, right?
Yes.
That's selling this, not a private sale. Because I was under the impression with their
Zoning.
private sales that he just charged people for the
Right.
space. That was my
Right.
understanding. So if
Well,
that's not the case, then that's when we have to do something about it. And
William's correct on that too.
Collect their
It's
revenue.
zoning.
It is. It's not zoned for used.
So, Don?
Yeah, tonight or tomorrow morning. anyway,
Perfect.
work on it.
Just shoot me a text. Thank you.
Just whether they're licensed.
Well, if they're not licensed, shoot me a photo.
Now, wait a second here, I have another question. Why is he going over there to
Because you
look at
won't
these
do it.
plates?
Because you.
That is
I didn't
untrue.
mean to get.
That
too
is
far. We can move
untrue.
on.
All right.
I didn't
No,
mean
we're not gonna move on yet.
like-
That's untrue.
you just said you couldn't.
I
That you
what?
couldn't because you couldn't see it when you went 20 miles an hour past it.
Right, going by. That's nonsense, you know. We don't want to
All
play a
right.
game like that,
We're gonna
okay?
move on. Public.
I just ask if you speak into the microphone because the recording system only picks up what goes into the microphone.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Kim Smeja, and I'm the president of the Davis Junction Museum. And I wanted to come and kind of give you an update and just see you guys, and so you can see a little bit and hear what's going on at the museum. First of all, we're doing real good over there at the museum. We have a good board. We have a new treasurer that came in, and he's one of the residents here, Richard Franz. You may know him. Very active and handy, and he's our treasurer. The vice president is now Dina Jones, and she also is a resident in Davis Junction. Very sharp young lady. Myself and the rest of the team of the members, we meet monthly at the museum. We have a program every month on Sunday, on the third Sunday of the month. And we've reached, this year recently got a new computer with internet there. Oh my goodness, it was so exciting to have internet, which means we're able to reach out to the community and other museums and historians. I would like to ask, on your website, would you consider us, if we put certain things out there on your website, going through your office? Is that a possibility?
I need to look at what our social media policy is. We do have a policy as to what's allowed and not allowed. I'll have to see if it's allowable.
Or let me know what is allowable.
Well, I just have to see if the Historical Society as a whole, if the organization is allowed. We
Okay,
set guidelines probably 5 or 6 years ago. So let me just pull those and see what they are and confirm, and I can email you.
yeah, Marilyn, you know, the Duhigs, she
Yeah.
was asking about that.
I
And
think
so,
I talked to her about, she also mentioned that you guys were struggling, or not struggling, but that you guys were trying to find somebody who was a little bit more able to assist with the social media. And I
yes,
gave her my name and my part, and I told her if you guys needed help with that off of the hours from the village, I wouldn't mind helping you with your
Oh.
Facebook. And she mentioned you have a website, and I asked her to find out what it was, so I could see if it was something I was able to do, and I didn't hear anything back. But
Good,
I
that's-
had offered that on my personal time, not on village time.
okay, now that I know that, I can implement it. Sometimes,
But I did give her the information and gave her my card and told her I didn't think the board would mind if I used my work email to correspond with her, but I would do it on my personal time.
oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that. We've just completed the front walkway. I didn't bring a picture. But all of the engraved bricks, we just installed, just this last week, the last 13 of the front walkway. Your brick is included. If you haven't seen it, come over and see it. The track-in and, the township is there. And so it's pretty exciting. We hope at our annual picnic this summer to celebrate the completion of the front walkway and the completion of the postal wagon. You'll see a picture that I passed out. And there's a letter I gave to Brenda on fundraising. I'm going around to a couple people, couple places, and mailing out a few letters to see if we can get reimbursement for our costs, which is not that much, really, $750-ish, for the replacement of our cost on cedar wood we're going to go with, and we'll paint it we'll probably not paint the wood right away so that it has a chance to cure.
Bill? I need those back.
Oh, yes.
This postal wagon came from Davis Junction, and you'll see that one picture, at least that I dropped off, that Larry Sponda was the postal delivery guy, would pick up from one train and deliver to the other, probably in the 50s.
That's the wagon.
The rest of the trust.
Yep, that's,
Oh, you didn't.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
so
fine.
so
sorry.
Bill, that picture with the little boy in it, that's the wagon from when he did it.
Okay,
Because
and the
it's
wagon in there is our original wagon we were just looking at here.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, we've got it in
Sure.
town. So I just wanted to make that connection with it. It's a village item. And so we usually only at the museum take things that are originally from Davis Junction. So, of course, I'm asking, if there's anything that you could contribute to it, we'd be appreciative. But is there any questions that you may have about, we are a 501c3, and I know that is something the village may consider in the future.
Since you're on the meeting and people may actually watch this, is there a place people can go to donate?
I'm sorry?
Is there a place people can go to donate either online or at the? since you're on
Post
the public
office,
meeting?
yes, okay, so that's good. Post office box 98, Davis Junction, 61020, I believe. And you can mail it there or drop it by the museum on Wednesday mornings. There's somebody there from 10 till noon. Any questions?
No.
I thank you for your time.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Any further public?
Yes, this is kind of ironic. It's about the drawing. I was wondering, due to inflation and everything going up, if the village would consider raising that $5 or $10. Quite obviously, it would not apply to me.
You're cutting out. Can you?
Lost the connection. Glenda?
I would like to know.
Oh, they heard you, Glenda.
It is definitely something that we would keep in consideration for future polls.
I think that, until we start asking questions again, I would,
Is she the PZC chairwoman?
yes.
Yes.
She's appointed. Until we start using it to ask questions again, we're just not, it's, the purpose of it, of the survey was to get people to respond to the questions on the back of the water bill. There has not been a question in quite some time.
Which is a good reminder to the board members that they have a question that they want answered pertaining to their committees.
And we put their information on the back of it.
We can.
And I have to check that.
If our like
policy
this.
that we passed. As soon as I check the policy,
Don't
I'll
think
know what
we-
we're allowed to do and not allow. I don't think we do either, but I want to check the policy.
All right.
Isn't the building been sanctioned by the state of Illinois that they are a landmark?
Which building?
Oh, pardon me. I meant for that. I thought it was, I'm sorry. I got the ladies confused there. You're already sitting down. Is your building a landmark?
Yes, it's historically registered.
Yes.
Certificates on the wall.
Yes. So that might make a little difference in helping the input on it. Thank you so very much. Sorry, folks. Go ahead.
I'm Harriet Kaisermore. I was here a couple of, well, probably several months ago with Kim Zinkel. And we brought up the situation with the memorial. And I was wondering if you had looked into it.
Are you talking about the coloring of the memorial?
Have you drove by?
Have you drove by?
I have not.
Okay, it's been colored.
Our park supervisor. He.
So all the letters have been
Yes, he
Yep.
did it himself.
park supervisor.
Nate,
Yes.
Yeah, park supervisor Nate Hill. He did that himself. And
Okay,
so the
yeah,
answer is
take-
yes.
so take a drive by.
okay.
Short answer.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I like easy ones.
Yep.
Anything further from the board members, officers, appointed, staff, supervisors?
Second.
John makes a motion to adjourn. Chris seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Adjourned at 7:23.